All right, good morning and welcome to our channel Princesses. Today is a wonderful Thursday morning, the 17th of June, 2025. We are thankful for life. We are thankful for God loading us with benefits on a day-to-day basis. We are still within the reach of things, of our expectations within the week for disbursement. And while we are in this expectation mood or journey, there is a very important notice which I'll be pleased to pass around to us for all their beneficiaries, especially when your alert rings or alert finally lands in your bank account. It's of importance that everyone listens to this, especially those who might be bothered. Some of the things we'll say, we finally come to make sense by the time you get your alert. Today, right now, they might not make much sense because all just our expectation right now is let me get alert. All right, but this is also in tune. When you receive your credit alert, and peradventure in your account, and the message comes from the bank and says that your account has been frozen or it's been placed on hold, do not panic and do not become confused. I mean to tell you that this is a standard precautionary measure that is taken by some banks, especially when large or unfamiliar, in quote, unfamiliar credit alerts are received. In other words, your account might not have been familiar with such nature of funds in time. So a suspicious detection would occur. It's going to trigger a suspense or a suspicious activity upon your account, which will alert the bank that, hey, this account has received some sums, and then there's a need for investigation. So what you need to do immediately that happens, go to your bank, all right, in person. Don't do it online. Go there in person. Approach the customer service unit or speak with your account officer, the customer service section, or your account officer, or the bank manager directly, whichever one that suits your fancy. You understand? Tell them clearly and respectfully that your NGO paid you for an empowerment program to support your small business or trade. You understand? Now, you can also carry any form of identification that you may have with you and ensure that your phone number and BVN are already updated. This important information is sacrosanct for everyone who may happen to fall into this circumstance by the time our expectation finally becomes a reality. Now, this step is important because most of the alert is going to show the name of the NGO or cooperative society that facilitated your empowerment funding. You understand? So this is not a fraudulent deposit. It's already carrying a name of an NGO, right? These are more or less like an official empowerment disbursement that is made for your benefit. But the banks may need to verify the source of the funds due to regulations which are necessary. They are necessary norms which must be carried out within the banking sector. All right. So if you receive a strange bank message, for example, EFCC, or sometimes account reviews needed. And in some cases, your bank might send you a message claiming that the EFCC wants to verify your transactions. You know what that means? That is just like a step higher to the first. You got an alert. Nobody intimated you about the alert that your account has been frozen and all that. And then you went ahead to solve that. But in some cases also, there can be an escalation where it triggers a need for investigation by EFCC we all are going to get alerts in different quantums. In other words, the sum you would receive will be different from what I will receive based on our subscription capacities. There are slots, a number of slots that people subscribed to. Then at that aside, people subscribe to multiple organs, Theobat, St. Rita, UAAG, Palliative from AGPGN, Supreme, and the rest of them like that. So what you might be collecting might be humongous, might be very large, and someone is collecting a little bit that does not so much trigger some level of inquisitiveness or actions from the law regulatory agencies. So that's what is important. This message is very important for you. So when you get such a message, like your bank might send you a message claiming that EFCC wants to verify your transactions. Again, do not panic. Did you hear what I say? Don't you ever panic. You won't be panic in your day of joy. It's senseless. At the same time, it's unwelcoming. You have waited for this fund. Then when it finally lands, you're panicking. You can become a victim under a minute panicking. Go and ask Peter while he was walking the waves. The moment he panicked, he became the victim of circumstance, and that was all. Until he cried out again, and Jesus lifted him up. So that is by the way. So do not panic. This is often generic. It's a generic precautionary notice, especially when large sums also enter your personal accounts from non-personal sources. So what you should do, go to your bank calmly and immediately. Request to speak to your account office manager. You understand? Then reiterate that the funds are from a registered NGO or cooperative society that you are affiliated with. In other words, you should also know the name of your NGO or cooperative society in case that did not carry the name of the NGO that paid you. In case they want to make some verifications and call up and all that. And that might also not apply to only you. If somebody gets frozen here, and because he collects big sum of money, another person got frozen there because he collected big money, definitely, bank will be infiltrated with certain people. We are not hundreds. We are not hundreds. I think we're in thousands. So if this thing happens all over within Nigeria metropolis and people are heading to bank somehow, at a point it will become noticeable within the banking sector that certain people are being paid at a time like this. So the banks are already on alert too, that truly, yes. So it's a confirmation mode that you wouldn't have to be the first or the second that this is happening to. It's just that they want to verify, and by the time they get used to it, they know that, oh, it is true. There's no fake concerning that, and you just need to present one or two documents or say one or two things, and boom, everything. So ask to speak with your account manager and reiterate all of those things, and that you are affiliated with an NGO body or a cooperative society who paid you for a particular subscription, and all necessary documentation and details about this disbursement would definitely, I believe that it would definitely be communicated to the banking institutions by the NGO. So the bank should already be aware also of this transfer process. That's what in my own opinion, I guess that is that's just going to be. Then we must also remind you from this channel to take personal responsibility for your safety and for your financial security. It has to be. It has to be. Do never disclose the amount you receive to anyone, including friends, neighbors, or even fellow beneficiaries. Yes, don't. We're currently in a time of great insecurity and rising scams across the country. So you will do yourself a favor by staying so discreet, because it's going to protect you from criminals and impersonators, the 419ers. Very importantly, treat this empowerment fund as a sacred opportunity for you. All right, this is Princess channel. In case you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, do that right now. I'm going to be with you shortly and in a moment. Don't touch the dial. All right, welcome back, and we're back on course. And I before I just went on that short break, you said you had to treat this empowerment program fund as a sacred opportunity for you that may not come again in years. This might just be a leeway to your breakthrough. So you got to use it wisely and privately. Yes, privately. For some of you who have wives that are careless in spending, let me say reckless spenders, you should know your wife. You're married to your wife, you've been with your wife over time. In quote, listen to what I mean. I said, for some of you who have reckless spenders as wives, or reckless spenders as husbands, what applies to A applies to B. Then you have to apply wisdom. You know that if you tell your wife you've collected 10 million, that 10 million is going down in 1 week. I don't have Brazilian hair. I don't have Bone Street hair. I don't have this. I don't have that. Or there is a car you're managing already, or possibly it's still available for use, but your husband's eye is already, men are car freak, and some other freaks too, you know what I mean. Then he's already eyeing an Escalade, and his money is not up to an Escalade, and what he got is just, then even what he got is not enough. Then that plunged him into going to collect another money, another. You got one at hand, I beg your pardon. So why I'm driving all of this is because when you get that, you know your husband, you know your wife. Please, you don't have to declare everything. This one here, you're not hiding from your spouse, you're only being wise. There's a scripture that says, I'm trying to get it clear now. I think it's in is it Malachi 3 or something? There's a scripture. Let me quote it the way it says. It says, close the door of your mouth to her that lieth at your bosom. It's in the scripture. Close the door of your mouth to her that lieth at your bosom. I don't believe that is a prostitute or a whore. No. It's your spouse. Someone very, very close to you. That is to say, know when to open it, know when to close it, else you plunge yourself into misery. You just have to be wise. You just have to be wise. Don't misquote me. Don't mischurch me. If you are sensible, what I say right now, you know is applicable. If you have reckless spenders as a spouse. Now, also going forward, why this is so necessary, the temporary freezes, alerts, or even EFCC mentions are not signs of fraud or errors on your account or life. Instead, they are part of the banking compliance measures to ensure that there is proper tracking of high volume transactions and to also protect you and the NGO from some financial crimes or impersonations. The NGOs and cooperatives involved in this empowerment process have also taken the appropriate legal and financial steps to ensure that there is transparency, there is legitimacy, and there is the safe, seamless disbursement of funds to everyone. So these are very important moves that you need to take cognizance of. Don't forget, again, on a final notice of remember, you have to remember, do not panic. Do not argue with bank staffs. Do not disclose your payment details to anyone. Do not respond to strangers or unknown calls asking about your alert. In other words, stay informed, stay calm, follow instructions given to you from this channel. We are committed to ensure that you receive your payment fund safely and you can begin to use it to better your life and that of your family. Definitely more updates are going to follow via this official YouTube channel, Princess Hits. So please stay connected. We're just right at the door of our delivery. Thank you very much. I'm going to wish you right now a very important and blissful Tuesday morning and day ahead of you. God bless you. Bye for now.